Hello, today is the 7th day of November 2012. I really don't want to listen to this. This is Barack Obama's victory speech, but I want to read it. So how would I find it? I know I could probably just Google search Barack Obama's victory speech transcript and get it. And I'm sure that would work. So I'm going to do it myself. He just said it moves forward because of you. I have no idea what the next line's going to be, and I'm not that great of typing when somebody speaks, so I gotta play and pause. You reaffirmed the spirit. Okay, fast forward it. So, look at these fans. Supporting somebody who loves a fiat debt note guaranteed to cause suffering and harm. How many people cheer to get suffered? I don't know.
Tonight, more than 200 years after a former colony won the right to determine its own...
More than 200 years after a colony. This should be enough. I'm just going to do this search and see what happens. Oh man, market's getting crushed. Oh well. That's the market showing silver going down. This is just what's happened just recently on the 1 minute time frame. Boom. Anyway, I'm not doing that right now. I want to find the transcript and read it. This should give it to me. Okay, there we are. See, if you type in just a few words of what people say or what's in an article, it should always come up as number 1. Okay, it moves forward because of you. It moves forward because you reaffirm the spirit that it has triumphed over war and depression. We haven't triumphed over that yet. No, that hasn't happened. The spirit that has lifted this country from the depths of despair to the great heights of hope. You can hope all you want. That doesn't mean much. Hope is just want, but not exact. The belief that while each of us pursue our own individual dreams, we are an American family and we can rise or fall together as a nation and as one people. And then you get the cheers. Okay, maybe we will fall together. Tonight in this section, you, the American people, reminded us that while our road has been hard, while our journey has been long, we have picked ourselves up, we have fought our way back, and we know in our hearts that for the United States of America, the best is yet to come. Well, when you haven't had much good, it's very easy to come, but you still got to do something to get there. People don't want the best to come yet. I don't know. I want to thank every American who participated in the election, whether you voted for the very first time or waited in a very long line. By the way, we have to fix that. Okay. It's 2012. And I remember saying in the late 1990s why people even have to leave their houses to vote. It's the internet these days. Oh yeah, you've done a good job in fixing that. No. Whether you pounded the pavement or picked up the phone, whether you held an Obama sign or a Romney sign, or a Ron Paul sign, or a Gary Johnson sign, no, you didn't say that. You made your voice heard and you made a difference. Okay. I just spoke with Governor Romney and I congratulated him and Paul Ryan on a hard-fought campaign. We may have battled fiercely, but it's only because we love this country deeply and care so strong about its future. Okay. I want you to, I don't know how you define country, so I'm just going to leave it at that. From George to Lenore to their son Mitt, the Romney family has chosen to give back to the America through public service. Wow, I done research that he took for the American people, especially when he basically closed a lot of his business down. But maybe I don't know much on that issue, and maybe I'm wrong. After all, opening that up to be the case. And that is a legacy that we honor and applaud tonight. In the weeks ahead, I also look forward to sitting down with Governor Romney to talk about where we can work together to move this country forward. You know what? A lot of this stuff is just like professional wrestling. And you know what? Maybe I'll watch it better later today. It's more entertaining than, well, what I'm doing now. But Jesse Ventura has a lot of good things to say about the WWE as well as politics. I'm starting to see a lot of it in here. I want to thank my friend and partner for the last 4 years, America's happy warrior, the best vice president anyone could ever hope for, Joe Biden. And I wouldn't be the man I am today without the woman who agreed. I don't want to read any much of that. But all of you are family, no matter what you do. Let's just get into his business. I know that politics campaign can sometimes seem very small, even silly, and that provides plenty of fodder for the cynics who tell us that politics is nothing more than a contest of egos or the domain of special interests. But if you ever get the chance to talk to folks who turned out at our rallies and crowded along a rope line in a high school gym, or saw folks working late at a campaign office in some tiny country far away from hope, you'll discover something else. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see these people working to fix the debt crises. First, you got to find out why there's a debt crisis. Then when you figure out the why, you can figure out the hows and what to do's. Well, the why is because it's mathematically guaranteed via simple mathematics. If I was a teacher, I could get grade 12 math students to figure it out so easily. Let alone what college graduates in Harvard and SMU and ECU and TCU and all those college universities could figure out. You hear the determination in the voice of a young field organizer who worked his way through college and wants to make sure every child has that same opportunity. Again, if you want every child to have opportunities, you can't have a fiat debt-based currency guaranteed to cause suffering and harm to the vast majority. It just can't happen. Man, you got to get to the root causes of the issue. That's why I'm not a big fan of this election process, because both candidates supported the fiat debt note guaranteed to cause suffering and harm. I don't understand why people love it. Actually, I kind of do a little bit. I just can't understand why they can't figure out the problem within the economy, or why it's been so many years. It's been about 1,500 days since this information's been available. What do you want to wait for? 1,600, 2,000, 10,000? I don't know. You'll hear the pride in the voice of a volunteer who's going to door because her brother was finally hired when the local auto plant added another shift. And you'll hear them talking about jobs. We don't need jobs. We need work. There's a difference between the two. Constructive work. A lot of jobs can be done by robots these days. And if we work really, really hard, we could have robots do practically everything that we need to do. But you don't like resource-based economies and stuff like that. No, you like power, and you like people suffering because you got a fiat debt-based currency guaranteed to cause suffering. So I just wish you'd say that. I just wish you'd say, I love a fiat currency. I love how interest is guaranteed to exist, thus debt is guaranteed to exist. I wish you would say that. Or at least say that you don't know, which is kind of looking for the word of whatever. You'll hear the deep patriotism in the voice of a military spouse who's working the phones late at night to make sure that no one who fights for the country ever has to fight for a job or a roof over their head when they come home. Okay. That's why we do this. That's what politics can be. That's why elections matter. It's not small, it's big, it's important. Democracy in a nation of 300 million can be noisy and messy and complicated. We have our own opinions, yada, yada, yada. You know, I'm bored of reading this. I am so bored of reading this. I'm sure I might be missing something really good, but let me just do the fun stuff. You can't see my search, but I'm going to search for loans. Nope, 0. Debt. One word. We want our American children to live in an America that isn't burdened by debt. If you want your children to live in America that isn't burdened by debt, eliminate a fiat currency guaranteed to cause massive debt. I mean, come on. Come on. Interesting to say the least. I gotta go. I just wish that people would figure out the simple mathematics upon this. It's not that hard. It really isn't that difficult. But I mean, this is where you can find it. Click on this. I mean, it doesn't have that many views, I suppose. And really, it doesn't. 5.5 million views. In this video, though, you'll see how debt is guaranteed 100% to exist no matter what. But let's just even do simple math where I'm Bank A, the central bank, and I create 1,000 units of currency. And there's 10 banks, each get 100 at 2% a year. And then these banks each have 100, and then they lend it out at 5% a year. So after year one's done, that means Bank A is going to expect 20 units of currency back. There's only 1,000 in the system because nobody else is allowed to make them. But they're going to want 1,020 back. They're not going to be able to get it. And then they're going to want more, so that's what causes this long, spiraling loophole. And I'm really disappointed that Barack Obama said he wanted the children to live without debt rather than be in massive debt. Really surprises me. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.